Now, WSAV and the Georgia Historical Society present the Georgia Day Parade from downtown Savannah.
Look at that, where Savannah is shining the spotlight. It is Georgia Day in Savannah, and that beautiful shot of City Hall.
Gorgeous day.
Happy birthday, Georgia. I'm Natalie Hendricks with WSAV.
And I'm Lisa Landers with the Georgia Historical Society.
What a beautiful and gorgeous day we have right here in our area. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous, and what a superb day for a birthday party.
Yes, it's turning out to be a beautiful day. It was a little overcast this morning, but we have the sun coming out and we have kids coming down the street, so we're excited.
You know, we are so excited to have Lisa with us. She is the education coordinator with the Georgia Historical Society. And Lisa, you've been busy.
Yes, we have been busy. Preparing for Georgia Day and the Georgia Day Parade is truly a whole effort for our entire office, the Georgia Historical Society, and we've been getting ready for this for weeks now, if not months.
And you know, the parade is just behind us, and it will be coming around Johnson Square and, of course, headed towards beautiful City Hall on this gorgeous first day of February, where we celebrate such a wonderful, wonderful event. I can't help but think what was going on many, many years ago.
Yeah, so today is the 286th birthday of Georgia, of the founding of the Georgia Colony in 1733. So we've been celebrating Georgia Day in some form or fashion for that entire time. We haven't always had a parade, but we've had some kind of celebration since 1734, that first year. So yeah, it's an exciting event, and it's a lot of history.
And if you're watching right now, you can see in the distance, we have kicked off this beautiful Georgia Day Parade right here in gorgeous downtown Savannah. And look in the distance there, Lisa, we are getting ready to go.
I know, I'm excited. I can see that's Windsor Forest High School Marching Band coming down, being led by the 3rd ID Color Guard to kick off our parade.
You know, we're so happy to always have the 3rd ID Color Guard. They are so wonderful to be a part of this event each and every year.
Every year.
And you know what? The military here, they always are so great to volunteer their time to help out with this cause.
Absolutely. In fact, we have some volunteers from the 224th Military Intelligence Battalion here today helping. They helped out at Forsyth Park. We might see a few of them marching in the parade as well. But yeah, we are very thankful to their support and to the support of all the groups that come out and help us today, including the Savannah City Police Department and the Savannah Chatham County Public School Systems Campus Police.
You know, here's the great thing about it. So many tourists in our area and locals look forward to this event each and every year. And you never know who you might see because there's so many period costumes.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. We, in fact, in just a moment, once we get through the Windsor Forest High School band, you'll see that we have some 8th grade students from Coastal Middle School who are going to be dressed up as, famous Georgians. People all the way from, we'll see, of course, General Oglethorpe, but we'll also see other characters such as Juliet Gordon-Low, Mary Musgrove, and all our major historical figures from Georgia.
And, of course, what's going to happen, they are the parade, of course, kicked off a while ago. They'll be coming around Johnson Square, headed towards City Hall, and, you know, all dressed in their period costume, wearing those costumes proudly. And guess what? Someone's going to be so excited. A particular school is going to be so excited because they've been hard at work in the banner competition.
Yes, we had many banners submitted this year. They come from the 2nd grade classrooms, and this year's theme for the banner was We the People. Our theme for the Georgia History Festival this year is the United States Constitution, ensuring liberty and justice for all. So we've really been focusing on Georgia and its role in amending and forming the Constitution and then interpreting it as well. So we the people, what are the rights and responsibilities as citizens? So that's what you'll see when you see the banners coming down, is that's what they focused on, is, you know, what are their rights and what are their responsibilities as citizens of this state and this country.
And you know, so much goes into this particular event, specifically the parade, but not only that, the Georgia History Festival, because things have been going on, you know, for a while now, and everything kicks off in September.
Yeah, we kicked off early in September. We've been doing this for 6 months and we kicked off with one major event the Constitution Day. That's something we don't do every year, but that's one of those things that is in the gems of our collection is the Abraham Baldwin draft copy of the Constitution, which is from 1787. And we had over 400 members of the public, and we had over 150 students. You can see there, members of the public coming through the library and checking out all different kinds of exhibits and things that had to do with Colonial in Georgia. There you see them signing their name to the Constitution. Yeah, so it was a great day, and that was really the main kickoff of the Georgia History Festival.
And you know, we have all of these things right here at our fingertips, and we're taking a look now at the Windsor Forest High School Marching Band. And let me tell you, they will put on a show, and they're so excited to be here. Of course, the 3rd ID Color Guard passed us by, and we're so honored to have them with us as well. But take a listen to the Windsor High School. Marching proudly, and they always look forward to the parades in this area. The Windsor Forest High School Marching Band here celebrating Georgia's birthday, all dressed in their attire, and let me tell you, they are happy. And there we see the dignitaries. I spotted Mayor Eddie DeLoach. Eddie DeLoach, as you see there, walking proudly. You know, I always remember talking with him last year, and he says, you know, I look forward to this event every single year. And he looks forward to seeing all of the kids and thinks it's such a wonderful, wonderful event, you know, to be a part of such a great, great day.
Hello. How are you?
I am wow. We are here for a beautiful party to celebrate Georgia Day.
Yes, and birthday.
Thank you so much.
You know, we are so excited to have the different dignitaries that look forward to this event each and every year, and so honored to have with us a very special person with us right now who's hopped up with us, and she's just going to jump up and be a part of this. Of course, Ann Levitt, who is superintendent here in our area. And how important is an event like this in our area?
Well, we are so excited to share with all of Savannah, our young people who are here to celebrate Georgia Day. The very special day in our history, a day that we celebrate with the youngest of our citizens. We're excited about your partnership and your sponsorship and letting the whole world know how wonderful our school children are.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us this morning.
Oh, thank you for helping us out today.
Yes.
And
It's a
supporting
great
us
day,
in this.
hundreds and thousands of children.
This year we have a record number of schools in the parade, 41 schools. We have over 3,300 students out here today, which is just incredible. So we are just so proud and so happy to see that. So thank you for supporting us every year.
Well, thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to tell the whole world about Georgia Day.
That's exactly right. And of course, Ann Levitt, we're so glad that she joins us on the stand this year. As superintendent, always glad to have her with us. And she looks forward to this event as well and seeing these smiling kids. And there you see them, all the wonderful schools. Take a look at those costumes,
They
Lisa.
are great. Oh my goodness. You know, this is my first Georgia Day with Georgia Historical Society, so I am brand new to this and I am just loving this. I've heard a lot of stories about what we would see, but you know, it really doesn't impact you till you see it here.
And you know, the kids love seeing the cameras, and they've looked forward to today because they've been working hard on their banners, and not only working hard on the banners, but learning all about the history of Georgia.
Yes.
And some of these schools that you're seeing, Coastal Middle School, Gould, Garrison, St. James, Habersham School, Godley Station.
Yes, ma'am. We have 2nd grade and 8th grade are the years that we teach Georgia history here in the state. So we have tons of second graders and tons of eighth graders, but we also have students who are from third, fourth, fifth grade as well. Some schools bring out their entire school. So it's not always just, the younger or the older. And in some form of fashion, U.S. history is taught to elementary school kids. So even though it might not be directly Georgia history, it's definitely something that's within the larger picture of American history. So, we get out here. We try to have them in Colonial outfits. Of course, you might see some different things, which is great. Coastal Middle School passed us by earlier. They wear period costumes. They're wearing famous Georgia people like Mary Musgrove, Tom Achichi we had out there, Button Gwinnett, John C. Fremont. And when you look back here, you see all kinds of smiling faces and things that they might not get to wear normally.
And of course, we saw St. James Catholic School. I just spotted Schumann Elementary, of course. And I can't imagine the work that goes into not only the costumes, but these banners. The
banners, yeah. As we see the students coming down, each group will have their banner if they made one, and they represent their hard work, and it also represents the lessons that they learned for Georgia Day. So for example, teaching a lesson on citizenship. And so it's not just they made these banners, but that was a learning moment for them as well, teachable moment.
Schumann Elementary marching proudly with their flags waving, all celebrating Georgia Day. And wow, what a great day, and you couldn't ask for a better day here in Savannah to hold a parade. And how many kids this year?
3,300. We have over 3,300 students coming through there. We see Isle of Hope and their banner. We just saw Gadsden Elementary come through as well. And that doesn't include, that number 3,300 doesn't include all the chaperones and all the teachers and bus drivers that make this happen. We couldn't do that without them. So we want to say thank you to all of them as well. It's a big day and a big job to get done.
You know, Lisa, we always say, the first day of school is so important because it's coming. It's a part of your life. But really, when you think about it, the Georgia Day Parade has been a part of so many kids' lives.
Yeah.
And I have actually met so many parents who have marched in this parade, and now they are marching with their own kids
children,
in the parade as well.
In fact, we have multiple people working at GHS, their children are in the parade this year. So we'll see some of our own members of our office marching with their students. But yeah, I was talking to someone earlier today she said that she marched in the Georgia Day Parade as a child, and here it is still going on. The parade itself has been going on in some form or fashion since about 1965. It is a well-established tradition here in Savannah.
Since 1965. And just think, every time I do a parade in Savannah, and especially on Georgia Day, I can't help but think about exactly where we're sitting right now, taking a look at these streets as they march towards City Hall, coming around Johnson Square, what the celebration must have looked like, because they were celebrating years and years and years ago.
Yes, and exactly. Georgia has been celebrating this since the first year, so 1734. After that first year, there's been some kind of marked celebration. Maybe not always a parade, but for the most part, this has been a tradition that's been around since the beginning of the colony.
Since the beginning of the colony, and so many wonderful events that you guys work on, and we have everything right here at our fingertips. So many people don't realize Georgia Historical Society, you would think that the headquarters would be in Atlanta or something like that, but we are so honored and blessed to have so many wonderful things, just so much history right here in Savannah. And the headquarters, not in Atlanta, but right here in Savannah, Georgia.
And the reason for that is because this is where the Historical Society was founded. In fact, we've been around since 1839. Our building, our library, which is on Forsyth Park, has been around since 1876. And in fact, if Georgia is 286 years old today, our library is 143 this year, which means that we've been around for half of Georgia's history, our library.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So there's Southwest Elementary's banner.
Look
coming
at that
through.
banner. Southwest
beautiful
Elementary.
Banner. They did some watercolor. It was very pretty, yes. So I saw a few others come through. Now, we do have some other events going on. Georgia Day really kicks off the founding city events, but upcoming we do have some events. Next weekend we have the Colonial Fair and Muster and Super Museum Sunday, which is really great experience for the family. This year we have over 106 sites across the state of Georgia, museums that are opening up for free on Sunday, February 10th. For people around the state to go and check out Georgia history.
As Pulaski passes us by waving their banners and waving their hands, all proud to celebrate Georgia Day.
Here we have Rice Creek coming through.
So much participation in today's event, and I just want to make sure that we go down the list because let me tell you, Coastal Middle School, Gould, Garrison, St. James, Habersham School, Godley Station, Jacob G. Smith, Largo Tibet, Myers, Windsor Forest, Savannah Country Day, Bloomingdale, Veritas Academy, and Hancock.
I mean, that doesn't even, yeah, we continue on with Garden City, the STEM Academy, Marsh Point, and Williams, and then we rounded out with a large group. We have Haven, May Howard, Broad Elementary, Butler, East Broad, Calvary, and Savannah Classical Academy.
It is just amazing. You know, I love our partnership with the Georgia Historical Society as well, and the wonderful staff. You know, we've worked with Dr. Stan Deaton,
yes,
and so for quite some time, and of course Dr. Todd Gross as well, and
yes,
just amazing folks that have been superb partners with us at WSAV.
Yeah.
And you know, WSAV really cares, and we really just enjoy the history and the awareness and the education that you guys provide, your diligent hard work, and that's why we do the things that we do and love our partnership with you. And even on our show, The Bridge, of course,
yes,
which airs at 11:30 Monday through Friday, we started our special segment with you guys called This Is Our History, because we want to do our part to spread awareness as well along with the Georgia Historical Society.
Right, and it's partnerships with groups like WSAV, Georgia Power, who's also a sponsor of today's parade, that really allow us to be able to do these things. Without your help, you know, we couldn't do it in the scale at which we get to do it.
Tybee Island is in the house as they make their way to City Hall. And you know what? Everybody, all of those kids are lining up in front of the big stand. In front of the big stand.
Yeah.
All the dignitaries are
on stage,
gathering on stage as well, waving to all of the smiling kids. I should say, you know, the children, but you know, I will tell you, I spot so many different historical characters.
Yes, yeah, we see a wide variety out here, and it's sooner or later we will have kids backed up all the way to where we are probably on this stage. And yeah, we have a variety of costumes out here. You can see it very much as colonial type of garb, but you'll see all kinds of things.
So, Lisa, let me ask you this. Do they get to pick their attire and their costume?
So, you know, it depends on the school. Some schools, I think, have some things that they use every year. Some schools are allow students to kind of make their own costumes. I think it just depends on the school. But, yeah, I mean, they challenge the students and the parents, of course, to come up with something that would fit in the colonial days. And they do a really good job. I mean, just look here. We've got so many different hats and dresses. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. I'm spotting Savannah Country Day as they've made their way downtown from the south side.
Yeah, we have Bloomingdale Elementary coming up with their banner right here.
Everybody, they have spotted the cameras. There you see the Windsor Forest Wildcats.
All right.
Of course, we were honored to have the high school band join us. And let me tell you, the elementary kids, they are in the house all dressed in their attire. And I'm telling you, they are proud to see the cameras. What a happy day.
Yes, they are. They are excited. I think you're right. They do love the cameras. They are drawn to them like magnets. Yeah, I mean, to see yourself on camera is an exciting thing, I would say. Especially looking good. Oh, here we have Veritas Academy right here coming through with their banner.
A school located right here in beautiful downtown Savannah. Happy birthday, Georgia.
Yes. One thing that Veritas did was they also created these seals for all the branches of government. Again, we the people being our banner contest. They went above and beyond.
You know, I'm spotting Oglethorpe, I'm spotting Tomachichi,
yep.
I'm spotting so many.
Mary Musgrove there, yeah. It's hard not to just look at, oh, there we have a bagpiper. I wasn't sure if we were gonna have that this year, but that was exciting, yeah.
Well, we couldn't have a Georgia Day parade and a birthday party celebrating Georgia without
That's
a
right.
backpack.
That's right. That's exactly right. That is Garden City coming through in their banner.
So schools from all over. We're
Yes.
not just talking about the schools right here
No.
nearby, you know, of course, near downtown Savannah. We're talking about schools in this entire county
Yes.
are
And
participating.
I really have to thank Dr. Ann Levitt and Chris Mercer, who is the social studies specialist with Savannah Chatham County Public School System, for really contacting these schools and getting them to participate. We have really almost all of the Savannah Chatham County Public School elementary schools here with us, so which is really a feat in itself to get all these students out here, teachers to coordinate. I mean, it takes a lot of work to get these kids out here. So we just appreciate all the help that we get from everybody on the Georgia Day Parade.
Of course, our Grand Marshal this year,
Yes.
we were so happy to have him with us as well.
Our Grand Marshal is Don Waters. He is the co-chair of the Georgia History Festival this year, so we were so happy to have him come through.
He was a former trustee.
He is a former trustee of Georgia, named trustee by the Georgia Historical Society. That is part of the Georgia History Festival. Is we name 2 trustees each year, which is pretty much the highest honor you can receive in the state of Georgia, and we do that in partnership with the governor's office. We have 2 trustees this year, 2 new trustees, John Sherholtz of the Atlanta Braves, as many people know, and Frank Blake, former CEO of Home Depot. So we will be celebrating them here in a couple weeks at our big gala.
You know, I attended last year's gala, such a fabulous and beautiful event. And a lot goes into planning that particular event as well, and in choosing also the trustees.
Yeah, so it's a very important process. It is the people who we choose for the Georgia trustees are people who represent Georgia in ways that, you know, no one else is, and in the best light. They are people who come from all parts of the state, all, you know, different parts of industry, but they have had an impact on the state of Georgia, and that dates back to the Georgia trustees who founded this colony. This was not founded as a royal colony; it was founded as a trustees colony, and their motto, you know, not for self, but for others. Really still reigns true for today, and it's really our point of view as the Georgia Historical Society.
We watched Hess pass us by. We also watched May Howard, and as they made their way in the parade.
I know, but they just keep coming, don't
I know.
they?
There's so much to talk about and so much to celebrate on this day, and you want to get it all in, but you also want to take a look at these smiling kids as they spot the camera and they're waving their arms, as you see.
It is almost magnetic to see them out here, to look at them and see them smiling and waving. It is hard not to.
And you know,
just be
Lisa,
drawn.
they're wanting to know who wins the banner competition,
yes.
because, you know, that they've been working so hard on these beautiful banners, as you see there. Our right, our
There we go.
responsibility. Future Georgia
voters.
voters.
Yes, yeah. So again,
I love it.
We the People was the banner. That's Butler Elementary there. Talking about rights and responsibilities. That's what the banner contest was about. We will name a first, second, and third place. It is a coveted prize every year. Well, it's really not just more bragging rights. But yeah, they get excited. So we'll have that announcement here on the stage in a little bit. There's a rigorous, you know, judging process that we go through.
White Bluff Elementary making their way in front of the cameras, as you see, and that's another gorgeous banner there, and all of these kids are marching up to the stage right in front of City Hall for the ceremony, and they're going to be listening to see if they win the big banner competition. And what happens after that? I mean, when they name the banner winners, because you not only award a first place, I mean, there's like a second and a third as well.
Yeah, and there was some steep competition this year. It was hard for us to narrow it down, but we did. So they will be able to come up on stage and they'll get a trophy, get to take back home with them to school and have bragging rights for the next year, and then do it all again next year.
The teachers really go all out and really get into this as well. Hodge Elementary School, as you see.
We announced the banner contest, or we announced or opened the registration for the parade, you know, back in the fall, October, November time period. And we get emails from teachers asking us about what is the banner competition, and they want to start immediately, you know. So now we do have a requirement that the banners are made by students. So we, today, one of the big criteria for winning is that this was a student-made banner. And so it's not just teachers who are working on this, but again, like I said, we teach a lesson, or we hope the teachers are teaching a lesson about the theme and then creating that and then bringing that here today with all this fun energy.
Calvary Day School there marching along the parade route.
Yeah, we're coming close to the end, I think, here. We've got probably Savannah Classical Academy coming up right behind them.
And this is not a one-time participation. You know, you have to hand it to, you know, the Chatham County schools here.
Yes.
Because they look forward to this day.
Yes, they do.
And they make it a wonderful day for the kids. There you see Mayor Eddie DeLoach interacting with the kids. You know, he tells me he's right in the middle of the crowd all the time. And, you know, he looks forward. He should be on that stage over there, but guess what? He likes interacting with these kids and being a part of this wonderful day.
And then we have a couple of sponsor banners coming through us, Coca-Cola and Chick-fil-A, sponsored by Delaney and Kreitz as well. Our banner competition sponsored by Georgia Ports this year. So we just, we again thank all of our sponsors making this possible for us today. Just to be on the news.
So they're still waving the kids. They're still waving the kids to us, and they're making their way to City Hall, as you see. And I'll tell you, guess who just joined us up here? You know, let me tell you. I noticed he made his way from the stage, and I said Mayor Eddie DeLoach was supposed to be on the stage, but he so enjoys interacting with the kids, and he looks forward with this day. Mayor Eddie DeLoach joins us.
But it's a great day.
You know, Mayor DeLoach, let me ask you, why is this day so important to Savannah and Chatham County?
If you were a kid and I was a kid one time, a long time ago, I remember this day just like it was yesterday. I never forget it. And these kids never forget it. Everybody you talk to that lived in Savannah, that was a part of Savannah, that did one of these, never forgets it.
You know, I always say, you know, I've met so many people that marched in this parade as a child, and now they are marching with their own children in the parade.
Children and grandchildren, some of them. It's amazing.
And you know, it's amazing what the Georgia Historical Society, and we have all of this rich history at our fingertips right in this area. And Mayor DeLoach, you're all about that.
Yeah, well, I majored in history. I love history, and we are a part of history here.
Yes, sir.
Well, a lot of great things going on in Savannah. We want to commend you for always supporting this event and being a part of it.
Well, it's a great time to be here. I better go.
Okay, you better get to the stage. Mayor Eddie DeLoach, of course, joining us. And you know what? He's going to make his way to the stage. The kids have made their way to the stage as well. They're standing in front of City Hall, and the ceremony has begun. So let's take a listen.
Okay.
That is Dr. Todd Gross speaking right now.
Yes. President of the Georgia Historical Society. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's time for the Pledge of Allegiance, as all of the kids proudly put their hands over their hearts. National anthem first.
Then Pledge of Allegiance.
pledging
voices.
allegiance to the flag of the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well done. Thank you.
And this is Christy Crisp, our Director of Programs at GHS.
Thank you, Dr. Gross. Please please join me in thanking the 3rd Infantry Division Color Guard for their service and for joining us today.
And she is involved with this event each and every year.
Yes, she is the director of our programs. She's
Windsor
been doing this parade for years.
High School Marching Band. We'll hear from them again
and in fact,
before
she
the
had her
end of
youngest
the
son march
program.
today, so she
I have a
marched
lot of
with him.
people to thank this morning because this is a big job and it takes a big team to make it happen. So first we need to thank our sponsors because their support is what makes it possible for us to do this and programs like it all year long for students of all ages across the state. Our parade sponsor is Georgia Power. They are the decennial sponsor of the entire Georgia History Festival, and I would like to invite Ms. Swan Seiler to come and bring greetings this morning. Ms. Swan Seiler, who at one point was a Calvary student and a Charles Ellis student.
Good morning. Happy Georgia Day. Thank you for letting Georgia Power be your energy provider. Have a wonderful day today, and don't forget, study history. Thank you.
Swan Seiler always looking forward to
Swan.
this event as well.
We're
And what
also
a
grateful
superb
for the
sponsor.
support of our
Yes.
other major sponsors, including Delta Airlines and the Home Depot Foundation. And I'd also like to thank the Coca-Cola Company, Gulfstream, the Atlanta Braves, Brassler, Camden Real Estate, Chick-fil-A, Colonial Group, Delaney Industries, Georgia Pacific, Jepson Associates, and Synovus for their support. These companies have taken the lead in supporting the 2019 Georgia History Festival, and we want to thank them for their support. And did you wave at the cameras when you walked by this morning? We want to say a big thank you to our friends at WSAV for their support in promoting and supporting this parade and other festival events. I also want to thank the Savannah Police Department and the Board of Education resource officers who always help make this a fun and safe experience for all of us every year. And this year we're also really happy to have volunteers from the 224th Military Intelligence Battalion at Hunter Army Airfield here with us today. Thanks for your service and thanks for joining us today. Big thank you to all of the staff and volunteers of the Georgia Historical Society who always do such great work in coordinating this. And big thank you for all your teachers and your parents, everybody who helped you make your banners and your costumes and got you here today.
A big round of applause for those guys.
All right, next I want to extend a warm welcome on this chilly morning to our friends at Dublin Middle School in Dublin, Georgia, who are joining us today.
That's coming from all
They got up really early to join us in Savannah, and we're happy to have them here. Now, I want to introduce a couple other people who are up on stage with us today. First, I want to recognize our Parade Grand Marshal, Mr. Don Waters, who is one of the co-chairs for this year's Georgia History Festival. He's done great work in supporting the History Festival. He currently serves as chairman of the Board of Regents and is also a member of the GHS Board of Curators, but once upon a time he was a student here in Savannah just like you. And I want to invite him to come and say a few words.
Thank you. Happy Georgia Day. I won't say when it was that I marched, but I'll just tell you I was a third grader, so it's been a while. Welcome, and I look around in the crowd and I see a lot of colonists and a lot of Native Americans and others who participated in the development of Georgia, and I just want to say to remember the theme of our program this year. Under the Constitution, liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Waters. Also joining me on stage this morning are friends from the Massey Heritage Center, including curator Steve Smith. But also we have some different characters, some folks from Coastal Middle School who are portraying different characters from Georgia history, from Tomachichi and Mary Musgrove to Juliet Gordon Lowe and Johnny Mercer. We're excited to have these leaders from Georgia's past represented on stage with us here today. But of course, we also have leaders from today here with us on stage. We're honored to have representatives of Savannah City Council. I think Alderman Bill Durrance is here, and Carol Bell was around a minute ago. But we've also got our mayor, Garden City Elementary School alum, Mr. Eddie DeLoach.
Yay, Garden City Elementary! Whoa, whoa. Woo, 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 woo. Is everybody glad to be here today? Yes, it's a great day in the city of Savannah. Let's all say that together on 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a great day in the city of Savannah. Amen. Amen, brother. Well, it is good to be here. Thank y'all for being here, and we look forward to seeing each one of you today. I tried to touch everybody and tell everybody hello that I could, because it is a wonderful day in the city of Savannah. This is history in the making. All of y'all are here today making history. You will not forget this whenever you get even my age, as hard as I believe that you will remember this when you look back. This is a great day. Enjoy yourself and keep safe. And if there's anything we can do, feel free to call. Have a great day.
Great supporter of Georgia Day.
Always nice to have
Thank
Mayor
you, Mayor
Eddie
DeLoach.
DeLoach.
Also joining us this morning are representatives of Savannah Chatham County Public Schools, including Superintendent Dr. Ann Levette and Dr. Joe Buck. Oh, can I invite you to say a few words?
Good morning, boys and girls. Morning. Happy Georgia Day. We are so happy to have you and so happy to say good morning to so many of you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for allowing us to share with everyone in the world, how happy we are to be in the state of Georgia. Today is a great day. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to invite you to give a big shout out, a big welcome to our board, the president of our Board of Education, Dr. Joe Buck. Give him a big, warm welcome.
Thank you, students, and welcome. I wanted to recognize 2 other board members, Ms. Hines and Dr. Howard Hall, who are members of the board. But if you'll thank them for their service, I would appreciate that. What a grand day it is. You know, this is the only place I know of that the boys and girls of public and private schools can come together and really study history where it started. I would want to give a big, big thank you this morning to James Oglethorpe, because without him, we would not be here today. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buck and Dr. Levette. Now, you all know that Georgia Day recognizes the founding of the colony of Georgia, something that happened right here 286 years ago in February 1733. So this is really kind of a birthday party. Every year when we have our own birthday parties, we can look back and think about all the great things that have happened, but it's also an opportunity to look back at the things that we wish maybe had gone different. But it's also an opportunity for us to look ahead and think about a new year and start that new year off on the right foot. The colony of Georgia was founded with the motto, not for self, but for others. And this motto is something that we as Georgians can claim today, whether you're in Savannah or Garden City or Dublin. So I'm gonna ask you to celebrate Georgia's birthday this year by remembering that motto, not for self, but for others. Can you say that with me one time? Not for self, but for others. Very good. Now, before we go any further, we also can't recognize Georgia's birthday without recognizing a very special guest. He's already been mentioned here once this morning. He led the first English colonists to begin the city of Savannah and the colony of Georgia. He met with Tomachichi and Mary Musgrove. He helped lay out the squares and the streets that we just walked through a few minutes ago. We often call him Georgia's founder, and we couldn't have Georgia's birthday without him. What's his name? James Oglethorpe. Look, here he is.
Good morning, everyone. You know, it was
286 years ago that we first envisioned a colony of a different kind. A colony meant for the poor, the downtrodden, the neglected, and the persecuted of Europe. And so, as we set sail on the Anne and we came to America to create the 13th colony, we had in our hearts our very motto, non sibi sed elis, not for self, but for others. And as we look back upon our past, may we also look ahead to our future. It is in the street right in front of you. I see doctors and lawyers, architects, businessmen, and even many occupations that have yet to be imagined. Our future is here. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you, General Oglethorpe. Now, at long last, I want to talk about your banners.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here we
We
go,
ask
the
you
big
to
moment.
use the theme, We the People, and your best creativity to show us some of the rights and responsibilities that we all share as Georgians and Americans. And you guys outdid yourself. These were some of the very best banners we have ever seen. It's now time to announce the winners in our annual banner competition. So I want to invite Elise Butler, our historical marker manager, to make this announcement.
Thank you, Christy. Good morning, everybody, and happy Georgia Day. My name is Elise Butler, and I am the marker manager at the Georgia Historical Society. I can't tell you how excited I am to be up here today. There are so many smiling faces, and y'all look so nice in your costumes and your banners. They are wonderful. All the banners really did a great job showing the theme of We the People and illustrated how rights and responsibilities affect our daily lives. And so with all these wonderful banners, it was such a stiff competition, but we managed to narrow it down to 3 banners. So I think it's time to give out some trophies for the Georgia Day Parade Banner Competition. All right, Windsor Forest High School Marching Band, can I get a drum roll, please? In 3rd place, trophy in the Georgia Day Parade Banner Competition, sponsored by the Georgia Ports Authority, is Hancock Day School.
Hancock Day School, 3rd place.
3rd place, had a wonderful banner, some rights and responsibilities, and some self-portraits all along the banner. Very cute.
And Lisa, do you guys get to see the work that they're doing as they are putting the banner together?
No, we don't. We see the finished product. So we get the finished product just a couple of days. We had them earlier this week, and the teachers go out of their way and come and drop them off to us at GHS, so we can. There you see it. So we can judge them. So you can see. Yeah, we have the preamble there in the middle, and then on the side you can see they've had colored flags, and then also kind of see it there, little self-portraits, and they talk about what rights are important to them or responsibilities. And what I loved about this banner is that it shows that there's a writing component to this lesson, because they had to write about it. Not only are they decorating, but they also did a writing lesson.
But here's the thing, too. You said it has to be done by the students, and you can tell that is done by the students.
Yes, absolutely. So that is one of our big criteria.
Drum roll, please. This 2nd place trophy in the Georgia Day Parade Banner Competition goes to Garden City Elementary School.
Garden City Elementary. Take a look at Mayor Eddie Deloach. That has to make him happy.
We love that. Yeah.
I think he's just as happy as Garden City Elementary. I wish we would have had the camera. I think we did. We saw him throw his arms up.
We did. Yeah, and we'll see on this banner is somewhat similar. We see a lot of little faces. I just absolutely adore the little faces we have here. And again, they're holding cards or their shirts. There's something that talks about their understanding of rights and responsibilities. So again, really showing that this was a lesson for the students and they put work and effort into this banner.
Big congratulations. Second place to Garden City Elementary School. We the people and the little faces, because you know what? They are the people.
Yes.
And you know what? They are going to be, you know, the future generation, you know,
really
older generation.
And one more time, can I get a drum roll, please? First place of the Georgia Day Parade banner competition, sponsored by Georgia Ports Authority, is Southwest Elementary School.
Southwest Elementary being the winner of the banner competition this year. We saw them come through a little while ago. They have a green banner, and I mentioned that they have some paintings they did of watercolor, which illustrates the students doing, you know, either involved in responsibilities or exercising their rights. And so it was not only a writing competition or a writing lesson, but also an art lesson. And they're just such a beautiful banner. And I think so many of our members of our office just fell in love with it, and just, it was a great banner.
And they are making their way up to the stage. Southwest Elementary School, the winner of this year's banner competition on this wonderful day in Savannah. And of course, we want to thank all the sponsors too. So again, third place, Hancock Day School, second place, Garden City Elementary School, and first place, and they're making their way up there. As you see, you'll see this beautiful banner in just a moment. They're getting help getting to the stand right now, because you can't imagine, we're talking 3,300 kids that are standing in front of City Hall, and it is quite a sight. There you see that beautiful winning banner moving on stage. That is gorgeous. Look at the colors in that banner.
It popped. Yes, it was one that stood out, and we are so proud to be able to, you know, have so much participation from the schools. I mean, we had so many banners, and really, these that won are just beautiful and wonderful, but we want to commend all the schools who made banners and came out today.
Congratulations, all of you. Thank you all for coming and for representing your schools so well this morning. Remember that motto, not for self, but for others. That's right. Happy Georgia Day, everybody. Windsor Forest, play us out.
All right.
I think that's the cue for Windsor Forest High School to hit that music, and let's start the celebration. Let me tell you, what a gorgeous day here. Just a wonderful day to celebrate Georgia.
Yes, this has been amazing. Again, this was my first Georgia Day, so I'm so excited to be a part of this and to be up here with you, Natalie. But also just to see all these kids. I mean, this is just wonderful.
You know, it's been an honor, Lisa, because I've loved having you this year be a part of this special event. It is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Here in Savannah, and so many kids, 3,300 children participating in today's event. And so happy to have the dignitaries, but not only that, the wonderful sponsors that really are so wonderful to help out each and every year. They make this possible.
Yeah, they do.
And you know what? But thanks to the hard work of the Georgia Historical Society. I mean, Lisa, you guys go out of your way, and what so many people don't realize is you know what, we're having a great time today during this parade, but after the gala and later in this month, you guys get going and start again for next year.
That's right. That's absolutely right. There is so much that goes on in the Georgia History Festival and so many different events that we have that planning really does take us all year long, and we look forward to it every year.
And of course, we have someone joining us on stage right now on our parade stage here and everything that we know very well, and you know very well.
Yes, this is Patti Maher, our Director of Communications at the Georgia Historical Society. Welcome, Patti.
Well, thank you. It's great to be up here with y'all, and what a great job you have both done. Thank you so much.
It's been fun.
For being up here doing color commentary on our 2019 Georgia Day Parade.
But you know what, Patti, you are thanking us, but I want to say a huge thank you to you. I mean, we always think the Georgia Historical Society, but Patti, you go out of your way. You know, most of our connection from WSAV is going through you and the logistics of everything that you have to put together. You are a hardworking lady, and I just want to say thank you for all that you do for WSAV, but not only that, for the Georgia Historical Society and for all of these kids and everything that comes together year after year.
Well, thank you, Natalie. This is such a huge team effort. I mean, look at all these wonderful children. We have such a fantastic team at the Georgia Historical Society. I know Lisa will agree.
Yes.
Everyone works so hard, and this is such a labor of love every year. But it's such a payoff when you see these adorable children in their cute costumes. And this is really a rite of passage in Savannah. We have parents who march with their kids. We have grandparents who tell us, I marched in the Georgia Day Parade when I was in school, and this really is a rite of passage for Chatham County students.
Well, we were talking earlier, Lisa and I, just as you start the first day of school, I mean, teachers and kids look forward to this event
Oh, yes, they
each
do.
and every year because they know it's coming.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. And they, if you had a brother or a sister or a mom or dad who did this, that, odds are when you hit second grade, you're going to march in the Georgia Day Parade. And it's just so much fun for everybody.
And you couldn't ask for a better background because City Hall, as the kids make their way right
So
in front
beautiful.
of the stage, you know what? I think that we have one of the most gorgeous city halls in not only Georgia, but in the country.
Anywhere.
And what a beautiful day. 3,300 kids and all the sponsors, all the dignitaries, all the representatives from the Georgia Historical Society, all celebrating such a fabulous day. And you couldn't ask for better weather.
No, it's nice and cool, but not too cold. And we do have this beautiful City Hall to be in front of. And we're so grateful. I'm glad you mentioned our sponsors. We are so, so grateful to Georgia Power for all that they do to help us with this, and
well, we were talking about Swan
for your
Seidler
coverage.
Looks forward to this event each and every year.
She does.
And she's wonderful.
Staple.
And Georgia Power has always stepped up to the plate and been a part of this event.
They're just such a great corporate citizen. We're grateful to have them involved in this event and in the Georgia History Festival every year.
But now, after today, of course, we're celebrating Happy Birthday, Georgia. We're celebrating today, but it doesn't stop because guess what? You still have a lot of things to look forward to.
my
And I'm
gosh.
going to let you guys just take it away and tell our viewers all the wonderful things that they can get involved with.
Well, this really is only the beginning. So if you think, oh, I missed it, darn, no, you have not missed it. Next weekend, February 9th and 10th, we have two huge events that you're really going to want to be part of. On February 9th and 10th, we have Colonial Fair and Muster at the Wormslow State Historic Site.
And you're watching video right now
there
from
you
Colonial
go.
Fair
I
and
mean,
Muster.
spinning, weaving, churning butter. There's going to be cannon firings. There's going to be music. It's such a fun day. And,
great family
you
day.
know, I always tell people this is such a great family event because you can bring the whole family. You can bring all your friends. You could go out to Wormslow. And who doesn't love going to Wormslow?
It gives you the opportunity to really appreciate and step back into history and be a part of it and experience it. Something that kids, you can put that in front of them and that they can actually see. It's one thing to learn about it and to see pictures, but this is live.
Yes.
And these are people that are acting and bringing history to
Interpreting
life.
it for
That's
us
right.
in this
That's
modern
right.
day, yeah. And then, of course, we have on Sunday, Super Museum Sunday.
Oh my gosh,
So exciting.
Super Museum Sunday. Everybody get ready. Because even if you're, we have 106 participating sites this year, all over the state of Georgia. So if you happen to be catching this on social media later and you're like, well, darn, I'm in Atlanta, we've got something for you too. Because there are 106 sites statewide.
That's a record this year.
That is a record for this event, opening free of charge on Sunday, February 10th. So go on our website, georgiahistoryfestival.org, and check it out. There are printable maps. You can see all the sites in the state that are going to be open that day. It's just going to be great. And no matter
Patti,
where you are, there's something
I'm so
for you.
glad that you said and made a point to say that it's all over Georgia too, because
That's right.
I think so many people think that it's Super Museum and Sunday right here in Savannah, and that you got to participate right here in Savannah. But you can go anywhere.
You can go anywhere. You can go anywhere. Wherever you are in the state of Georgia, there is something within driving distance for you to do on that day.
And the best part about it is, you know what? It's free. It's open to the public. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
And what a fun day to spend with your family and learn something while you're doing it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people participate in this. And then you guys don't stop there.
Nope, the fun doesn't stop there. We have the culmination of the Georgia History Festival is the Trustees Gala, and that is happening February 16th here in Savannah. There are, I believe there might still be a few seats left for that. I know we're going to be seeing you there, Natalie.
That's exactly right.
Looking
I
forward
will be
to it.
there. I always look forward to it, getting all dressed up. It's a fabulous and gorgeous event.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. And so if anyone is still interested in coming to that, go on our website. All the information you need to purchase seats is available there. And we're really looking forward to it. We're honoring two really extraordinary Georgians this year with Frank Blake, former chairman and CEO of the Home Depot, and John Shearholz, former general manager of the Atlanta Braves. He was really the architect of the Braves in the 1990s, and these guys have done so many great things for our state, and we're just really looking forward to honoring them for their lifetime of achievement.
And then guess what? You know what? Then they're going to go to work to start planning for next year.
That's right.
I mean, you kick things off and you start planning for next year. But guess what? That's when WSAV jumps in, because we have partnered with the Georgia Historical Society to start something really special on WSAV, because we really care about history as much as they do. And we've decided that we are starting a series that has already started, basically, by the way, every Tuesday on The Bridge. Of course, The Bridge airs at 11:30 Monday through Friday right on WSAV. And our special series is called This Is Our History.
This is Our History. It's fantastic, and we have had so much fun working on this project with you guys. Our senior historian, Dr. Stan Deaton, he is the Elaine B. Andrews historian at the Georgia Historical Society, and he is as smart as he is fun. And we just have been having such a great time. We've gone all over the Low Country this year. For this pilot year, we've gone all over the Low Country. Next year, we're going to break out and go all over the state. But we're just having such a great time shooting these segments that tell these little snippets of Georgia history that a lot of people haven't heard about. And we're focusing on our historical marker program to tell these stories and just having a great time. We hope people will tune into The Bridge to watch them live. Go on WSAV.com and GeorgiaHistory.com to see them after they've aired, because they're really wonderful, and it's a great way to learn about Georgia history.
And you know, I have to give a shout out to Drew Hunt, of course,
absolutely.
you know, our photographer and photojournalist who puts the This Is Our History series together. Of course, Chris Hummer works as well on these things as well.
Couldn't do it without him.
You don't want to miss This Is Our History, and you can see that every Tuesday on The Bridge. But not only that, keep watching WSAV, because our partnership with the Georgia Historical Society, we're always going to keep you aware of what's going on with history, thanks to you guys in our area.
Well, we're grateful to have the support of WSAV. Thank you.
We'll just keep on going and going and going. And you know what? We're going to be back same time next year. And you know what, Lisa, I want to thank you for being a part of this year. You know what? We just kind of threw you in here, but you did a great job.
She has been fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Can we expect you back next year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will put it in the calendar right here. No, this has been wonderful. I am so excited to be a part of this day. And thank you, Natalie, for being up here with me and helping us welcome all of these students and the city of Savannah and Chatham County and the state of Georgia to our celebration here today.
And Patti, thank you, and thanks to the Georgia Historical Society as well. I want to give a big shout out to the crew, because let me tell you, we've been up here on stand, but the people really who has the hard work, of course, are the people that you don't see, and that's the people behind the cameras, the people in the truck. A big shout out to all of the WSAV crew and the folks who helped out today. for today's event. Remember, make sure you watch WSAV.com. We'll be showing you the entire parade in its entirety and the event, so just in case you missed it today. Thanks so much for joining us. It's always great to see you. Happy birthday, Georgia, and we'll see you again next year. I'm Natalie Hendricks with WSAV.